get the win against Texas Women's, but you go against a very tough team in Tarleton State. So, what are some of the takeaways from the first game, the women's game?
The takeaway from the weekend was sort of the same as the season is. I actually was thinking about this, so you're gonna have to let me think out loud, and please do a good job editing. It's just tough because there's so many things developing with the team, and I keep saying the lack of depth, but it sort of kills us. And so what happens is that we can get the kids to understand a game plan, and so what was neat about it was we went for broke. So we totally changed up our lineup and our system for the weekend. So against women's, we started off, I burned a timeout, we were down 0-5. I think we were down like 11-2. We ended up winning at 3, and we ended up doing really well, okay? And it was just neat because it's just another sign that the kids, they're buying in, they want it, okay? And then there's just something like where young people, we tell them like to be colorblind, and there's something where Tarleton's very good and they deserve to win, but it's something about either them or that matchup or whatnot. And the biggest part is like it's physical. In set 1, we got handled pretty easy, but in set 2, we had to lead halfway through and just the same little errors, and they're experience errors. And then in set 3, we're winning most of the set, and then you get the difference. It's they know how to finish it out, and we didn't. So, the positive is that the frustration was it's the same thing that's haunted us, and we couldn't get over that hump. The positive is that we return our top 2 contacts for next year, in which we're actually one of the tops in the conference and region as far as passing and setting. Selena has a chance to be setter of the year next year. Chandler, as a sophomore, was the conference libero of the year, and chances are she'll move through the regional rankings and get some good recognition nationally. And then, we had 2 kids that played in that match that are having surgery this week. So we have some toughness and resolve, and no matter what I sound like now, I'm pissed. I'm upset that we lost. The girls are pissed and upset, but I also can't have a lot of basically respect for some of the kids and some pride that we had 3 kids that shouldn't have been playing, but they chose to play so we could finish out the season. And how many 7 matches in 5 against top teams. So the pros outweigh the cons, but like right now, it doesn't feel like that, and that's the way it should be. We shouldn't be happy right now, but there's a lot of good that came out of it. And if anybody does their history on any sport team at WT or anywhere, usually this is a sort of the birthing of something special down the road.
What does that say about those girls that, as you said, that some of them are having surgery? You're seeing some of your top seniors, they were hurt for a large portion of the season. What does it say about the whole team to fight through all of that going through you?
Well, there's that cliche saying, like sports doesn't build character, reveals it. And it really, it does, because there were some things we'd get upset with that we'd keep making the same mistakes. And then you think about it, and one of the injuries I had, and it took me out for a couple of years, and one of those kids is playing on it, and now she's going to have a long recovery this spring. And she's like, people are picking on me because they know I'm hobbled. And so instead of just shying away from it, she owned it. So I don't know, your anger and frustration goes away with, like I said, just respect and pride. And that, like I said, is just, I think it's the genesis for good things. But I guess the capping of it is that times are changing. Our conference is getting more big. It's just getting more physical. The region is going to be a monster next year. I think we're actually in the tournament, because when there's now only 2 conferences and the Heartland and Lone Star combined, when you think about everything that we've done, the regional committee has to make a decision about, where they're going to take, one conference may get 5 teams in, and you start thinking about it, and then all of a sudden we get rewarded for that depth and that toughness of our conference. And so the 4th or 5th seed in our conference is probably going to be in. So like I said, it was a rough ride home, not happy, upset, and you can't sugarcoat it, but at the same time, there's a lot of good that came out of it. It's one of those things that no one will realize what I'm saying now until about September next year. It's the way, and it's the way it should be.